Karate friends, welcome to Classics in Color, your weekly dive into some of the ancient world's wackiest facts. I'm Mark Graves, and today we're going to be looking at letters written home by a Roman soldier named Claudius Terentianus. So these letters were found in an archaeological dig of what was a sort of residential neighborhood in the ancient world in Claudiuss. And there's a whole series of letters, and through them we get a really great view into daily life as a Roman, but particularly as a Roman soldier. From these letters, we can piece together a fair amount about Claudius's life. For example, he lived about 100-ish AD and he signed up for the Navy. Apparently he wanted to have a career there, work his way up the ranks, but apparently he hated it. He was miserable because we have a letter from him complaining about the conditions and requesting money so that he can actually transfer out of the Navy and join a legion. Apparently the conditions in legions were better than in the Navy, but you had to have some money to sign up and to make that transfer. It seems that he did get the money because he is transferred to a legion and he gets stationed in Alexandria for a while. It seems like there he's just helping to quell riots and uprisings and control mobs, that sort of thing. And he gets injured at one point in the course of that duty, and he gets ill from this. He has a long period of recovery because, again, we have some letters complaining about how sick and miserable that he is. Most of the letters are addressed to either his father or maybe just someone that was a father figure to him. It's not entirely clear, but somebody that was important to him and that he could ask money from. And most of the letters are, again, sort of complaining. He doesn't seem to be having a great time. It's not very optimistic or anything, and most of them are asking for money, assistance, that sort of thing. So not super inspiring or anything, but very realistic probably, and very interesting. We can also learn a lot from these letters that doesn't really have anything to do with Claudius, but has to do with the language of his time period and of his class. So normally when you're reading ancient documents, you're probably reading something like Virgil or Horace, and all that stuff is very refined, very high class. It's beautiful, but it's reserved for people who are well educated, whereas these letters are definitely very rough and tumble, everyday language. It seems like Claudius didn't actually write any of these. He used a scribe to write them for him, and therefore they come in a lot of variety. So they're actually bilingual. Some of them are in Latin and some are in Greek, and they vary a whole lot as to grammar, spelling, dialect, etc. So it's kind of difficult to read because it varies so much, but it's also kind of fun, and again, we get that peek into more of everyday language. So I'm not going to read all of the letters for you today, but let's take a look at a translation of an excerpt that I found. I say to him, give me, I say, a little money. I will go, I say, to the friends of my father. Likewise, he handed over to me a needle and linens, but didn't give me a single os. Nevertheless, I got together a little bit of money from here and there, and I went to and bought a few things for which I settled up. He did not say that if the time were right, he would go to Alexandria. Likewise, not so much did he give me money, but rather an aureus to my mother for clothes. So an os is one of the smallest denominations of money. He's basically saying that this guy he was asking to borrow money from wouldn't even give him a penny. You can see it's kind of all over the place. It's a little fragmentary in places, and it definitely doesn't have a polished style or anything. It's very just sort of off-the-cuff, conversational, and it's really fun, and hopefully you find it interesting. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Special thank you, as always, to subscribers and to Patreon members. I hope to see all of you again next week. Karate.